Now, Conor, I don't need to tell you my view on this. I'm quite sure that everyone watching will be aware that I am a big Brexiteer and I don't like the idea of one part of my country being de facto in the European Union. But this draft legislation could well be published in May. Would you, in your role, welcome this?
Well, look, Darren, I'm spending, since the Prime Minister asked me to come back into government and asked me to serve in the Northern Ireland office, I've been the second minister in the 50 years of the existence of the Northern Ireland office, 50 years this year, who is from Northern Ireland. I spent at least 2 days a week there, and I'm getting out and about a huge amount, listening to businesses, voluntary organisations, visiting schools, community groups and the like. And I have to tell you, Darren, that the fundamental problem with the protocol, we could talk in depth about trade diversion, friction at the ports, supply of certain goods and so on. Those are all very real. But what is also incredibly real is that a sizable proportion of the population of Northern Ireland feel that the protocol is fundamentally undermining their identity, their sense of belonging to their country, the United Kingdom. Mm-hmm. And we have got to act on that. This cannot go on as it is. And in fact, the protocol spoke, and forgive me, I have an extract from it here. It spoke of the unions and the UK's shared aim of avoiding controls at the ports and airports of Northern Ireland to the greatest extent possible. It recognised the application of the protocol should impact as little as possible on the everyday life of communities in both Ireland and Northern Ireland. That the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland would benefit from participation in the UK's independent trade policy. And it also recognised the importance of maintaining the integral place of Northern Ireland in the United Kingdom's single market. And it's incredibly hard to justify, Darren, when you go to a retail shop. I went to one before Christmas in Lisbon, and the owner explained to me they used to have multiple varieties of shortbread. Okay, a small thing, shortbread. They now only have one, Walkers, because only Walkers are big enough to be able to absorb the costs of the certification and the transportation costs and the bureaucracy that now comes from moving goods from Great Britain to Northern Ireland. The other example I cite, if I may, Sainsbury's have no supermarkets in the Irish Republic, yet a consignment of goods destined for Sainsbury's supermarkets in Northern Ireland are subject to the same level of checks as goods moving through Northern Ireland from GB onwards into the Irish Republic and therefore into the European single market. This is not what we thought we were agreeing
exactly,
to.
Conor. This wasn't part of the Brexit promise, was it? So a lot of unionists will be feeling really, really quite hurt by this, and a lot of them have expressed feelings of betrayal, frankly, from the Prime Minister. Would you go as far as to say people have got a right to feel hurt by the Conservative government's actions over the protocol?
I think they've got a right, Darren, to demand that we fix it. And it's important, of course, to remember the political crisis we were in at the time the protocol came about. We were in danger of losing the whole Brexit thing altogether because of the mishandling of the government prior to Boris becoming Prime Minister. Look, I was asked a few weeks ago in Northern Ireland a question, a bloody difficult question. Somebody said to me, could you justify this if this was happening in your constituency in Bournemouth?
Yeah.
And the honest answer is no, I couldn't.
Exactly.
And that's why we are absolutely committed to sorting this out for the interests of Northern Ireland and Northern Ireland's place, integral place, in our family of nations, in our United Kingdom.